Alright. Yo, what's up, Mr. Tazy? How we doing? I'm fresh out of the shower, pilled up, ready to go. We're gonna have some mucho macho fun tonight. Oh, that's good. That's good. Have you guys recovered from Super Week? It feels like you guys had a little bit of a rough time. Um, but hopefully everything's okay. Well, I appreciate you guys cooking to the nth degree. I do hope you guys came with a game plan. I feel like this quarterfinal match is going to determine a lot of things happening. So, why don't you let me know when the lobby is open, if you guys are still here. Alright. So I just doing my gotcha dailies while we wait arenos. Are you guys doing the 1v1 or is it a coin flip? here we go. Getting ready to get into the lobby for game number 1. The screen is loading. Hola, friendmigos. Alright. Apologies for the loud keyboard noises. Well, yeah. Let's get that work done. I believe in you guys. Oh, I'm muted. Oh my god, I've been talking for 15 minutes and I've been lol. Lol, I've been talking for 15 minutes. Wow, shit streamer. Thank you, Kalori. All right. So apologies. If we do get to game number 3, prepare some fire or lighter emojis. We will be spamming the shit out of that before the start of game number 3. But let's get into the draft here. We're going to keep Crow off of his way. A majestic performance from the man in the mid lane. We're still thinking about it. It's not locked in just yet. But it is going to be banned. Here, I will move the scoreboard up to the top left for the people, so it'll look bad when we're out of game, but it'll look good in game. We're going to keep Kalori and Junpei off of Xerath. No flexing that secret spice pick that they showed off during Super Week. Going on to the second ban here for Plume. Are we going to see some of the power pick jungles be left open? Okay, we're going to be taking Ashe away. Who's the 80 carry on Lightning? The 80 carry on Lightning is Mr. Rotodon. Okay, so a mutual ban between Rotodon and Tazy, both players that excel on this champion. H2O's Kart is going to be banned here after the stellar 1v9 performance that he put up in a game. It is no longer allowed to prosper. We'll see what the third ban is and what first pick Plume have in mind here. A lot of power picks are still available. We'll have to see if Lightning is going to consider banning away the Gragas, but Junpei, known as the AP All-Star in the support role, going to have 2 target bans. That leaves the Gragas open for H2O, a really, really high priority pick in this draft. It is his most successful jungler, and we'll have to see if he is able to get his hands on it. Other than that, we do have Kalori's Yon, but do we want to, looks like we are going for the early Amumu, another champion that is often banned against this man. His hook accuracy is insanely high for a novice in the Mamago esports. We're going to lock in Shyvana as the answer to the Amumu. Here we go. Exciting draft. Rotodon picking up the Zeri, and Banana going to pilot the Dragonborn herself. Shyvana locked in here for Lightning. Insane jungle matchup. We'll have to see if it's tank Mumu, because AP Mumu kind of gets blown up by this guy. Tazy looking to fire back with that Lucian. Are we getting the Lucian Nami bot lane? I've not seen Junpei play Nami, but if he plays Nami as well as he plays Lux and Xerath, this man is going to 1v9 this game. The clock is ticking here for Plume. What are we grabbing? Are we grabbing our support? Because both sides have their AD and their jungle. The Lucian could be a mid flex, but it's been a while since we've seen mid lane Lucian. Normally, we are just going to give Agor his set. Okay, so we're going direct for comfort in game number 1. This must be something that they've been cooking. There's a little bit of anti-synergy between Amumu and Set, as one wants to lock him down and the other wants to bring him to somewhere else. So we'll see if we can get some cool plays. But here we have a Braum support locked in with the Sari. Very good versus the Lucian, able to block the entirety of the culling. Yo, what's up, Logic? We're in the draft for game number 1 between Lightning and Plume. And we are getting ready for an exciting draft. Some good comfort and power picks already picked up here. Syndra and Galio going to be banned away from our respective mid laners. Kalori has been known to dabble in the tank meta. Syndra, another Crow specialty. A lot of bans aimed towards Crow in this draft. He is one of these star players. Kalori is already going to be taken off the board. Does that mean we want Yon priority? We'd have a lot of physical damage if we lock in the Yon here. But Lilia... Wait, we have a Shyvana. Wait, what? What? Am I... Is this Shyvana not jungle? Is this Shyvana top? Oh my god, it is Shyvana top! Okay, we've locked in Sejuani in the jungle. So we've got our melee pairing here for the Permafrost. Alright, interesting. Flexing the Shyvana jungle angle. Could be Sejuani top, but Sejuani into set doesn't sound very fun at all. She does build a lot of armor though. As long as she can Q out of the W, I think she should be fine. But other than that, laning is going to be a hell of a pain. Looks like we've got the Yone here for Kalori. Man is on comfort. We've left the last pick for the support. What is Jonpei cooking with us tonight? Hopefully it is something that can proc the Lightbringer passive on Lucian, which would allow Lucian to do even more damage in lane, which is why Nami is so preferred in these duo scenarios. Melio is good too, but Melio only has one way. I mean, Blade of the Ruined King plus... Okay, the Morgana and the Lucian is nice. Amumu has access to true damage for Yone. Yo, what's up, Pront? It is true that... Okay, it is Malphite mid versus Yone. We've got... Okay, I think it might be... Okay, I'm confused. But we do have no actual mage to fight the Malphite and the Sejuani. So we are going to see quadruple armor items this game. Amumu might not be able to go full tank. Because if he does, he might not have... the ability to get some stuff done. But this is definitely a lot of armor stacking champions here on the side for Lightning. What I'm a little worried about Lightning is they might not have a lot of damage. I mean, Zeri can do a lot. But can Zeri make up for like 3 champions that essentially do negative damage? We'll have to find out. And will this Malphite be grasped into the Yone? I know that Yone technically has great sustain, so maybe the Arcane Comet might not be the answer, but we'll have to see if it's Crow or Reg piloting this Malphite. But I think it might be Crow on Malphite, and Reg is more than likely going to be playing... I want to say he's playing Shyvana, because Shyvana into set is a good matchup for Shyvana. She can just ult away from the W. But we'll have to see. We'll know where the things are going once Reg locks in his champion on R1. Excited to see what we are getting out of this. Here, let us close the draft as we are getting into the champion selection. So hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for this game. Keep in mind, we've got about 4 minutes between now and the start of the game. So if you need to go grab a drink, grab a snack, head to the washroom, please do so right now so you don't miss out on any action. I will be breaking down during the spectator delay the win cons and opportunities that we are looking for on both teams. And so if you feel like listening to that, feel free to listen to that. But I will not force you to do what you do not want to do. I feel like Malphite into set is not a good matchup simply because of the true damage. So it is going to be Malphite mid, Sejuani jungle, Shyvana top. Okay, so I'm expecting a little bit more of a bruiser Shyvana than an AP Shyvana. We might see an AP-ish Malphite, but that would lead to Yone having a lot of fun playing against the Malphite, because normally the whole point of Malphite into Yone is you're building armor, you're able to just out-trade the Yone, especially in the early game. Then when you get the Thornmail Iceborne Gauntlet, you're able to just win trades naturally. If you go Malignant Steel Caps, you just lose a lot of your benefacto value that you would normally have into this lane matchup. And because Yone has amazing sustain angles, can run the grasp or the fleet footwork, can also up the door and shield with second wind. Poking him down with just a Malphite Q might not be the case, because Yone is a manaless champion, so he'll be able to spam his spells however he wants in lane. Malphite has about 6 to 7 Qs in total, considering the mana regen, if he starts Doran's ring with the mana flow stacks. So we do have to be careful with this Malphite in the first few levels if he is not going the grass build. But knowing Crow might not be a top lane player, might not have the mentality to go grasp with secondary mana flow. Normally, what I do when I play against an AD style champion, I go W first I go W first with grass, look to take trades, use my passive as a means of an indicator of how much of a trade I can take. I look to hit a minion first, wait till the grass procs, W the enemy champion, and then rinse and repeat. If my passive falls off, I back off, let it regen, and go back. The W also gives Malphite access to some pretty decent wave clear. Here, the win condition for the side of Plume is going to be Armor Pen. We're going to need to see a lot of Armor Pen. Like, something like Mortal Reminder or LDR second style of Armor Pen. I know it isn't normally the traditional build for Yone and or Lucian, as Lucian wants ER, Flicker, IE into Armor Pen, but might need to see a little bit earlier. And what I would appreciate from Jonpei is, instead of going a sport item, just going Leandri's into Hourglass if he has the money to do so. I don't really remember how the Set versus Shyvana matchup works here in the top lane. But I do know that pre-6 it is Set favored. Post-6 it's a lot harder, because Dragonflight is a hell of a busted skill, and you can tether it, you can buffer it to absorb the Set ultimate. So you are unstoppable during that time. Let me just go get a quick bottle of water, and I'll be right back. All right, here I am back. Got a minute 40 on the spec delay. Let's go. Yo, what's up, rivals? Here we go. We're going to be loading into the game. We've got, I believe I got to turn back the game audio because I was grinding TFT last night, trying to get back to Masters. Man, playing for leaderboard in TFT is hard. So many games you have to play per season, and yeah. Alright, we've got the loading screen, and we've got Vanilla Set, Surprise Party and Mumu, Spirit Blossom, Yon, High Noon Lucian, Victorious Morgana, El Tigre, Brom, Prestige Fright Night, Zeri, Darkstar, Malphite, Poro Rider, Sejuani, and Immortal Journey, Shyvana. To note, we have Grass versus First Strike in the mid lane. For the Malphite, we've got Conqueror versus Aftershock, Lethal Tempo, Shyvana versus Conqueror, Lethal Tempo versus PTA in the bot lane, and Arcing Comet versus Guardian. Do note, we do have quadruple teleport, but Malphite has opted to take Ghost instead of Flash. Interesting choice. We've got double cleanse on the 80 carries, and we've got like half the players running the resolve tree. Second wind, aftergrowth is overgrowth are busted runes. Can we fix that to have a bit of diversity? Honestly, just bring back runes and masteries. Just give us back runes and masteries. Fuck this like keystone page shit. Just give us back like runes and masteries, please. And here we go. Are we getting into the game? Do I have to fix the game audio? We'll have to see. Respect to Reg for having the Rumble title. My man repping it. We've got the Garen title for Agor. We've got the Yasuo title on Yon. We've got the Diana title for Tazy. And the Zeri title on Rotodon. Can we get into the game? Alright. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I almost had the pixel perfect start. We've got a defensive start here from the Yon with the grass, and Malphite is starting Sapphire Crystal 4 pots. So looking to get as much Q-Poke spam as he can to generate some of that extra money. Should be able to sneak into this bush early without being spotted. Junpei does have the Q, will spot Simba on a ward, and that means that Banana going to be making his way into the enemy jungle here. Crow probably looking for an early first strike, but they're gonna decide against it as he doesn't know where Caloric is and could be in a little bit of trouble. Rotodon getting his ward out. We've got 4 wards placed here by the side of Lightning. They are ready to rumble. We've got an invasive ward here in the blue buff of Plume. Defensive ward in the try for top lane. We've got a blue. We got a ward on our own blue buff in the blue quadrant for Lightning, and a river brush ward here for Plume. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I think for tomorrow's stream, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or after tomorrow, we should be affiliated. So for the people that are going to want to hit that subscribe button and show me a bit of tender love and care, you will be able to do so. We've got some cool emotes in the works for you guys coming this February, I believe. Hell yeah. The Amumu representation. Alright, so we've got both junglers starting on the top side of the map. H2O was seen on his first camp, and Kalori should be able to get a good amount of HP from farming this Malphite. Crow is going to have to be very careful. Agor here trying to sync his E so that we get a stun up, because if there's a unit on both sides when the face breaker happens, it does stun instead of just pulling back. So Agor and Reg are fighting for the early level 3, probably going to happen on this wave. Agor gets it first. Trad needs to get a little bit of moolah. Okay, the level 3s now in the happening in the mid lane. Fortunately for Crow, if he can't proc that first strike, He is going to be able to get it. Going to get a nice 10 juicy dollars. So that is $17 he will get almost every Q. We'll have to see if this is a Malignance AP Malphite or Malignance Tank Malphite, because that could dictate a lot of the tempo in this game, as there's not much magic damage. Okay, some good trades though here by Calore, and Crow is running a little on mana. Not going to be able to cancel that first strike proc, as I'm not really sure how the interaction works if you get hit while already having connected a spell hitbox. I guess it's whoever gets the first frame. But Banana looking for a play in the mid lane. H2O going to be first here at the scuttle. And Calore in maybe a little bit of trouble, going to face check. Is going to get stunned up. Going to flash into the bush, not having any vision. Banana decides against continuing. But here Reg has picked up a little bit of farm lead against Agor. And H2O going to try and make his way to the grub. A nice Dark Binding onto Rhododon, but Daisy doesn't have much damage at this point of the game. The Unbreakable is going to put in a lot of work. The Stand Behind Me comes in to make it so that we've got some nice defense. H2O is looking for a gank, but I don't think we're going to be able to get much of a gank. A good ward was placed here in the topside jungle of Plume, so Banana will know. Another Dark Binding lands onto Simba, but Braum with Unbreakable means that projectiles don't do that much damage. Calore up about a wave and a half. Let's see how much CS this Malphite can get. Looking at the gold values, we don't have enough money to get that Lost Chapter just yet. We're going to be able to get it soon, though. Calore taking a recall, does not have the Berserker Grief start, but is just going to TP. Not going to TP back, just going to run back to the lane. Reg, though, having Reg and Agor having the first cheater recalls, will come back with some extra attack damage. Reg also getting a call for his benefactory. We do have the last chapter here on Malphite, so it looks like we are going to be Malignance into something. Hopefully it's Malignance into Tank, because if it's the Haymaker, not going to find anybody. We've got Dragon's Flight, it's fully stacked, and we're just looking for an angle to make a play before Agor hits level 6. Okay, we've got Simba rotating here for the first rotation of grubs. Reg has also made his move into the jungle. Crow has pushed in the wave, and it looks like we've got a 4-man here for grubs. Surprisingly, Rhododon has a little bit of a CS lead in the 2v1. It looks like it's going to be an uncontested grub take for the first set. And Reg is going to head back to the top lane. Malphite making his way back mid, but Yon doing a good job. Oh, okay. Set has to be a little bit careful. The Dragon Fireball does a lot of damage, but that Mountain Dragon really going to be helpful. Looks like we are going AP on the Amu. Hopefully if it is just Leandri's into Tank. If it's Sork Shoes, I will be crying a little bit because there is a Zeri. Okay, Calore here, gonna get caught out. Gonna be forced to the Ghost here proc onto Malphite. We've got the Bandage Toss into the Fade Sealed. And Calore now has enough damage. And the Sejuani is going to be able to get away, but Malphite getting ulted while taking turret shots. Going to be a little bit unfortunate. The Fireball here comes in for Calore. We have the Flash here on Sejuani, on Shyvana. And Calore might be in a little bit of trouble. We have the Flash from Reg. Is he going to look for it? Nope. He's going to ward over the wall and going to lose his Dragon's tempo. And nice fight overall for the side of Plume, allowing Amumu to get a little bit more of a lead. Malphite now probably going towards the plated steel caps, just using the Lost Chapter. I like Lost Chapter into armor starts, just as a way of getting some mana back when you level up, because we no longer have mana pods. Cookies don't give mana anymore, so it's really hard. Tazy has to be careful, has to dash away with the Relentless Pursuit, but the Lightning Crash is coming here. Junpei in a little bit of trouble. Rotodon is going to go rat-a-tat-tat, and going to turn Junpei into some John Spaghetti. Okay, good trade here by Rotodon and Simba. Understanding that their power spike meant more. Both summoners burned here on Junpei. His life was also taken. And knowing that Lucian had not a significant power spike yet, due to the choice of support, they were okay to dive in the Unstoppable Force here, or use once again. And now Kalori just looking to farm up, try and sustain through this lane. Has the Vamp Scepter, the Dorans. We're going to be ulting the Shyvana, but she has access to Dragon's Flight. Instead, just going to walk away, taking most of Set's HP. But Set has great HP regen, so that should not be much of an issue. The Sejuani is still hovering around mid-side. But with such good regen here from the side of Yon, should be able to pester through. It is a little bit annoying having to play through these Malphite Qs. Okay, Igor going to take quite a bit of damage, but a nice Dark Binding on the Simba. However, the Unbreakable really will stop any advances made in these trades. Having two projectile-based champions makes it hard to take trades versus a Braum, who can also sack a bit of magic resist. It looks like we are going Blade. I think we are going Blade of the Ruined King here on Shyvana. I mean, a good option to help melt through this Amumu and Set. Okay, Crow doing a decent bit of damage, but Banana is on his way back. A really nice buffered Fate Seal to save Kalori, not having to burn his flash. The ultimate going to be used here from Sejuani, but if you buffer a channeled ability, it will resolve. And since no one was in Yon's way, Junpei is going to find Banana. We are going to get the Spirit Shackles, and Banana is in a little bit of trouble. Going to get knocked up and going to get taken to the Glue Factory, allowing H2O and Junpei residency on the second rotation of Grubs. Reg gonna look to make an interruption, but here we've got a fight brewing. The Haymaker is going to miss, so it means that Igor has to be careful. We've got Dragon's Flight. Dragonfly's coming in, and Igor gonna be taken down. Not much of a Dragon Slayer. Shyvana should be able to get at least another plate. There is no TP available here. We now have the boots for Yon. Malignant's almost finished. We've got... do we have Bork on back? I think we have Bork. If we take a play, we have Bork here from the Shyvana. Okay, Simba here looking to shadow his mid laner. I think you just go the Malignance to be able to have some mana sustain for the early game into full tank. Also gives your ult like almost 30 plus seconds of cooldown reduction, which is like really nice. H2O has to be a little careful. The Glacial Fissure is involved, and even though we are spell immune, a nice 4-man Curse of the Sad Mummy, but it's not going to be enough. No one was nearby. And unfortunately, that is going to be second dragon priority given over here to the side of... I don't think Kalori should try and contest this, but it looks like we are trying to make a play. We are going to get the Fate Sealed onto the Sejuani, but the Yon is going to get punished. The Unbreakable comes in. The Unstoppable Force is not going to find anybody, but Tazy just gets knocked up. Going to get stunned up. Shyvana going to have her teleport interrupted. And we're in a little bit of trouble here. Kalori looking for a play. But it's a 4v3. It's a 4v2. Amumu is looking. Okay, Amumu with a really nice play. Rotodon in danger. And we're going to find Simba. A nice double kill here from the side of H2O. We do lose Junpei in that trade, but a nice play to recover. We lost Dragon, we lost some plates, but overall pretty good. Malphite now having that Malignant. Zeri with the Shiv. We've got Locket and Blade of the Ruined King. A lot of completed items here. We only really have the Essence Reaver here for Lucian. Thanks to that. Thanks to that little play bot lane. Okay, Igor here probably looking to get his Stridebreaker as soon as he can. We've got the Liandry's on Amumu, and now the Amumu starting to build a little more tanky. Sunfire going to be the first item here picked up by Banana. Reg finishing his item gives him now a nice 2,000-ish gold lead in the top lane, having taken a lot of plates. Turret plating having fallen now, should be easier for Plume to be able to assault this turret. But another 4-man group at the Herald. Good rotations here by the side of Lightning. And we'll have to see. What we get? Okay, the Electroshock Laser are going to do what it can to clear some waves, but unfortunately, it's Zeri's auto attacks now that proc the static shift since it was changed. It's the next 3 attacks within 8 seconds have that staticky burst instead of every time a unit dies with a 2-second cooldown. Reg here, level 11, Banana's level 8. We're looking to get a gank. We've got the Herald here. It's a 1v1 on 2 fronts. We've got the Dragonfly, but the Haymaker gonna be enough, and we take the first turret here with the side of oh, Kalora in trouble, but we take the first turret here with the Morgana. Tazy here unloading the Culling, gonna be clearing the wave, but has to be careful. The Braum is next. We get the dark shield, the black shield, but the spell shield is going to not be used. Okay, Shyvana now probably looking for a Titanic or a Stridebreaker as well. Interesting build so far. Malphite continuing to build more AP items. A little bit interesting of a choice. But I guess because they have Sejuani Braum, they think it's okay. A little unfortunate that into basically 3 auto attackers, Malphite not going to be very tanky. H2O getting priority on the River Scuttle. Sejuani managing to get her blue buff. But we've got a pretty big disparity here in the jungle of about 2,000-ish gold. Got about 1,500 gold to spend here. But Reg also having a decent margin of a lead in the top side. Zeri a little bit ahead, but we have to be a little bit careful. Looking to play is an Ocean Rift, good on both teams. They do like long extended fights, but we do have to be careful. There is the Glacial Fissure and the Flail of the Northern Winds. Igor here going to be clearing out some vision while going back towards the top lane. Kalori still laning versus the Malphite. They're at about an even standstill, but things should change with the second item coming in for Yone. Okay, already you can see that Crow is taking a little bit more rough trades than this Yone. Sunfire now finished for Sejuani. And Junpei doing what he can to hold the minion wave. But unfortunately, Morgana doesn't really have much of an ability. Yeah, this looks like Stridebreaker unless we're going Ravenous Hydra on the Shyvana, which I don't think we are. H2O looking for Banana is up 2 levels. Okay, we will find Simba here in the background. We have to be careful though. They are coming. The Glacial Fissure. Now, Mumu gets ulted in, but a nice 4-man Fate Sealed going to be enough. Rhododon forced to clear the cleanse. And it was a really nice ring gauge here by Kalori. Unfortunately, the culling by Tazy a little too early. And Amumu very squishy for this part of the game. But you can see that the Malphite also doesn't really want to take much of an extended fight. Here we've got the set going in. Agor not using... Oh, unfortunately, because Set missed the Haymaker, he is going to lose that 1v1 versus Reg. If it was aimed in the proper direction, that would have been a solo bolo for Agor, but now we are trying to push the bot. We're trying to push the mid lane to get some turret pressure. Simba going to Unbreakable to block. We get a flash. Curse of the Sad Mummy. Rhododon had to use Cleanse. Last trade. And we do not have another Q here for Amumu. At least not for the time being. Crow going to be in a little bit of trouble. Might have to ult away. Oh, shutdown. Unfortunately, going to be going over to Crow. A nice play under the turret. Baiting Kalori into that fight. I see Kalori has only 700 gold. Oh, Kalori is starting to fall pretty far behind. Recall here from Braum. Not going to be interrupted by the Lucian W. But Reg is here looking for a play on Tazy. Tazy does have Flash Cleanse though. Now working towards a Thornmail on the Sejuani. Abyssal Mask is the next pickup here for Mumu. Mumu is looking to make a play though, but Rhododon is very careful. Agor might be in a little bit of trouble though. We'll have to see if he can get away. Another Haymaker that's going to go sideways. And unfortunately, Agor not having much fun in this 1v1. Shyvana is going Ravenous Hydra, so she's looking to just out-sustain completely. Almost 3,000 gold ahead. Might have the item on recall. Here, Kalor going to be taking a trade on to Crow. H2O is going to find Banana though. And going to decide against opting back into the play. We've got the Ocean Soul Point here in 3 minutes. But Baron is up. We're looking for a play on a Reg. But Dragon's Flight is available. So it is not worth wasting cooldowns on a Shyvana that could literally just run away. It looks like we've got the Runans. Now Malphite is going Gnasher's Tooth. I've never seen that before. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I think Shyvana might be going Triforce third item. But it looks like we're starting the early Baron here. And no one's the wiser. There's no vision information here. But we don't really have much damage. Reg going to find the gang. And going to look to play Interference. The teleport here committed by Crow. We really have to burst this this down. And the blue team is going to be able to secure the Baron. But will anyone be able to live with the buff long enough? And Malphite is going to live on like a single HP. We do lose Jonpei and H2O. But we take the Baron off the map. Tazy is at least going to be able to live. We are dodging some skill shots, but Galore is going to get yeeted, readed, and retweeted into the Shadow Realm. So that was a 3-4-0 on the side of Lightning. Lightning now at a 4,000-ish gold lead, a negative Baron power play at this point. But Tazy on 2 items, starting to put in some work. We did use all the Malphite's summoners though, and the Shyvana Flash, but I'm not sure I've ever seen Gnasher's Tooth Malphite. I would have preferred armor stacking Malphite. I feel like that would have made more sense. And now we're going like Cosmic Drive on Malphite, so I'm really not sure what's going on. Either that or, yeah, no, it is Cosmic Drive. Because it's Aether Wisp plus a glowing mote. H2O going to find Crow, but a little bit behind in terms of tempo. Still a decent lead on the Sejuani, but the Sejuani's job is just to stun up one of the key carries like Tazy or Kalori, and then the team fight's just kind of won. With no access to Mikhail's, things are a little hard. We do have the burned up minions that are a little hard for Zeri to kill on like no damage items. So our wave clear is suffering just a little bit. But Reg is having fun in this top lane. Going Triforce now, has Scrubs access. I don't know if he has. He does have Demolish. So we did try and start the third dragon, but we pulled off as H2O was looking for a play. Stand Behind Me used on Banana. And now it's a 4v4 around the Baron, around the Dragon Pit. We're going to be looking to try and restart this dragon, but it's a little bit risky. Yon on just one item really needs to get that 2-item mark. We're just chilling in the top lane. Kalor here sent to wave clear against... You can see the struggle that Zeri has of trying to... When her static shiv isn't up, the struggles of taking the baroned up minions. H2O here now looking for a play on Rotodon. But with the cleanse and the flash and the Sejuani, it is hard to lock her down. Okay, Reg now level 50, nearing that rank 3 Dragonflight, going to be big. Zeri's passive is also up. So, it's a staring contest at this Baron right now. We're really waiting for the 2-item mark here for Kalori. I think he's like 100 or 200 gold off. But Junpei has to be a little careful. Is going to spot the Sejuani. Now sees that Rotodon, Simba, and Sejuani are chilling in the bush. But Reg here, 2 levels up, looking to take a fight. Can probably force it with the Dragonfly. Just has to be careful about the Haymaker because he doesn't have Flash. Is going to W forward. Going to get Stridebreaker slowed. But with the Phage, he can also chase people. Okay, the Facebreaker going to be invested. And yeah, Shyvana just gonna keep power farming through the wave. Crow here might be in a bit of trouble, forced to use the Unstoppable Force, but that gives them a cue to start the dragon up. We're gonna look to clear a bit of vision though before we commit. A lot of true damage here, but the Haymaker on cooldown makes Agor pretty vulnerable. We've got 4 people on this Ocean Soul Point, and it should be able to go down before Sejuani and crew can react. It looks like we're not even going to try and interact with it. We're just trying to push in a big wave into the mid lane. And we're not going to put any pressure towards the turret. Baron back up in a minute, and Tazy going to be sent on that wave clear duty. Galore does need to take a recall very soon. He's going to push this wave and hopefully takes a recall after. Because he has about 2,000 gold. And Agor probably has his cleaver on recall here, but so does Shyvana. She'll have her Triforce. Set going to decide to clear the wave. Kalori finally going to be taking a recall. Tazy back in the base here. Going to be spending a little bit of money. Has the Last Whisper. There is a pretty beefy front line, and if he wants to get through this Sejuani Braum, he's going to need a little bit of armor pen. So it looks like we are opting in for the Lord Dominic's, not the Lord Dominic's. Is it LDR? I don't know. It could be Mortal Reminder. I mean, Mortal Reminder would be pretty nice as Shyvana does have a nice amount of healing, but it's the only source of healing right now. Zeri going for her Infinity Edge. Crow now really starting to suffer in these trades, but you see Kalori takes a little bit of damage here and there. Has 90% crit chance though. Okay, we do catch the Malphite ultimate with the Yone ultimate, but that is a big cooldown for Yone, unfortunately. Pretty short cooldown for Malphite. I'm going to be clearing vision around the Baron, and Malphite now has, oh, the Lich Bane. Okay, so I'm really surprised. It's like the second time we see a Malignant's Lichbane style. Just the only difference was Shadow Flame versus Gnasher's Tooth. I guess if you're on split push duty and it does synergize a little bit with your W, it makes a bit of sense. But Banana is nearby, and we almost have the ultimate. We are in a little bit of trouble here. Malphite popping the ghost. And the Unstoppable Force is going to be used, but because we invested 2 people bot lane to kill the Yone, we lost that mid lane outer turrets. Aegor here not going to be taking a trade against Reg, but that's a 3-item Shyvana. Wrote a nice binding here onto Simba. Another bandage toss. Going to force. The Braum might be going down. Going to live with a sliver of health thanks to that Locket of the Iron Solari and the Guardian proc. But that is an important flash used up here on the support for the side of Lightning. We have the Dragon coming up in a second. Kalori should be up in 5. Shyvana gonna be in a bit of trouble. And Tazy getting the shutdown is really big here. The Baron angle, no big Shyvana. Aegor does have TP, but Malphite putting in a lot of work. And Kalori not going to be able to chase through, but going to be able to try and push away Rotodon. Keep in mind, we do not have the flash here on Braum or on Sejuani. Well, we have the momentum to clear. Crow forced to take a recall here. Simba here fighting, but we found Rotodon once again, and that is going to be the murder of... Okay, Malphite here forcing a teleport towards the top of the Baron area. So we have to be a little careful if we're Tazy and crew. We're going... Ooh, the Black Shield has to come down onto Tazy. And the culling is going to be enough. We're channeling the teleport here from Shyvana. And we will have enough. Okay, we don't have any stuns. Tazy with the very risky relentless pursuit forward, but baiting Reg back in, allowing Yone to get an inner turret. Tazy with 3,500 gold should be able to finish his LDR and get even more. Has about 3,000 gold. Almost has enough for what he wanted. Probably wanted a Guardian Angel, but not going to be able to get it. We do have the Seeker's Arm Guard now on Morgana. A little interesting that we have a Kindle Gem. But cooldown reduction is always nice. Rotodon here getting caught out by H2O in the last one. Forced to glide over the wall here. And Jonpei going to be able to push Simba and Banana off the Dragon with a Dark Binding. We almost have the Infinity Edge here for the side of Kalori. I think we're literally just waiting on being able to pick it up. Let's see if he has not pinged it, but I think he wants to stay because he does have his teleport, so he can stay in the base for like another 10-ish gold or whatever. And he should be able to pick up that IE, give him 100% crit strike, and really give him a nice power spike. Almost Rabadon's Death Cap picked up here by the Malphite. Simba gonna get hit by another Dark Binding. And now we're getting to the point of the game where the gold doesn't matter too much. This Ocean Soul, though, going over to a Yone and a Lucian would be insane. Reg is trying to find Aegor, but Aegor gonna do what he can. Unfortunately, he haymakers at the wrong spot. And Reg is going to win. Reg is going to win that 1v1. Now pushing into the turret. We have to make a decision. Do we get this dragon? Because we need someone. Someone has to stop the Shyvana. She is able to take turrets down super quickly, and we might have to give up this dragon. Unless H2O can commit a steal. Okay. Okay, red team has slain the ocean dragon. Second dragon going over to the side of lightning. But in 5 minutes, we will be able to try again. Can Kalori deal with Reg? It looks like he can. And though proccing the Immortal Shield Bow is able to win the 1v1 versus the really big Shyvana. Nice shutdown here, though. Went to Tazy during that Baron fight. Tazy, Tazy now looking to get, has 2,000 gold. I wonder if Tazy's looking to get like an Infinity Edge or something. Locket here picked up for Banana. And we don't have teleports. We have teleports here for Malphite, but Crow is a little busy with Aegor. We do see that the Baron is being done. There is no angle for teleport here for Crow. And the Baron is going to just be taken here. And H2O Smite game is on point. Let's see what we end up picking up. Morgana not buying any item, but Aegor having enough HP to be able to survive this Malphite's onslaught. Malphite has to be a little bit careful because he is very squishy. And I'm probably finishing the Rabadon's death cap here for the side of Crow. H2O putting in the work. We've got the Guardian Angel here for Tazy. And another BF, so now we're working towards the IE. Tazy almost 6 items. Putting in that work. And now we're deciding to get a Black Cleaver or a Stridebreaker here for the Yone. A little bit late of an investment, but the teleport here committed in the bot lane by Aegor to just apply some extra pressure. We do know that Kalori can win the 1v1, and now with the Baron buff does even more damage. Okay, going to dodge away, going to flash away, dodging the fireball. Tazy in a little bit of trouble, but we are going to find H2O is going to be able to intercept Banana. Aggressively dashing forwards, but that was the Shyvana flash for the Yone flash. Okay, Aegor here putting in some work on the wave. That true damage going to bust the knuckle. Gets a nice okay, Tazy here going to get taken down by the turret. But H2O here in a little bit of trouble. And he's going to be able to live. Junpei, that healing. I thought Tazy would have died, but I forgot the man had a Guardian Angel, baiting us all into thinking he was going to die. Does the assassination attempt at the Nexus turret, forcing all the summoners here from Rotodon, and should be able to pick up some more good stuff here. Probably just grabbing a red pot. We've got a soul fight here in a minute 30. The red pot here bought by Tazy. Do we have the hourglass? We do not yet have the hourglass. We almost have the Zonias on Morgana. It's going to be really big. Zeri picking up that Bloodthirster, but unfortunately he's sitting at like just 50% crit, not almost 100%. Going to be a little hard to burn down these tanks. Just trying to survive in this game number 1. The Lucian seeming to be a very good answer into the Zeri. Junpei going to be looking for Crow, but Crow level 18, able to just easily walk away. Tazy still having his cleanse, though he had to use his flash. But Rotodon is summoner list, so if a Mumu gets on him, it could spell the death of lightning. Okay, we've got Kalori back up in the top lane. Working towards that, a stride breaker. The door from Braum going to miss. We're going to get a nice dark binding here by Jonpei. And he is going to be able to clear the ward. I think we really want this Jackshow on a Mumu, but I don't know if we're going to have the time to get it. Stridebreaker, oh, Jackshow was picked up by a Mumu. Stridebreaker picked up by Yon. We have all our big items that we need for this coming team fight. And if we can get onto Rotodon, this game could be over pretty quickly. Okay, the Spirit Shackles here. We're going to find Banana. The Lightning Crash early invested. And we found Rotodon! He is dead! Reg is the only one left! Can he make a difference? Unstoppable Force not gonna be enough. Malphite is putting in a lot of damage. Ooh! But that's a lot of damage from that Thunderclap. Malphite going to be able to kill off Kalori. Tazy also going down. It means we might be able to get an inhibitor here for Lightning. But that is going to be Ocean Soul. Guaranteed for the side of H2. For the side of Plume. Yeah, so that is going to be an inhibitor turret and an inhibitor taken. Because they do that really fast. Okay, Reg going to be able to get away. Igor probably doesn't win this fight. Okay, and H2O going to be on a killing spree. We're going to be able to take down this Shyvana. Shyvana's starting to fall off a little bit. Both Tazy and Kalori are going to look to deal with Crow, but Crow does have his ultimate, has his ghost, going to ult sideways, and now going to get punished. The culling going to be enough to shut down Crow, but investing both the Lucian and the Yon ultimate, pretty big cooldowns at this point of the game. Baron Nashor, though, spawning in 10-ish seconds. Kalori going to be applying some sweep pressure. Does have access to his teleport if we need it for the coming team fight. Tazy now getting real close to the Infinity Edge. Probably gets it on this wave. And then he'll be at full power. But it looks like we're signaling for an early... we're taking recalls here. And it looks like it's going to be a two-man start here on the Baron. We've got Tazy with a lot of damage. Culling is almost off cooldown. And Igor going to be helping. Okay, that is going to be the third Baron Nashor of the game taken here by Plume. Kalori is going to open up that inhibitor. Malphite is looking at the possibility of a teleport flank because Banana is here interrupting Kalori, but it looks like we're just going to try and make it out. We got to be careful if we're Yon. We do get the flash out of the Unstoppable Force. Bramblevest picked up here by Set. Malphite now here on full build with that Shadow Flame. Will be able to one-shot someone if he gets a combo on them. And here, Yon now has a Spirit Visage to help deal with the amount of magic resist, the amount of magic damage. And Mumu picking up that Thornmail. No, I just took a shower, Amanda. My hair's wet, so I combed it in the back. But here we are. We've got a Baroned up, a Cannon Minion wave versus a Super Minion. Going to be a hard push. But Kalora is here pushing that bot lane. Trying to get the advantage. But Reg is threatening an inhibitor take. I am very cozy. Yeah, I'm fresh out of the shower. My hair is still wet. And I'm not even wearing my glasses right now. We're going to get a nice dark binding onto Simba, though. That's not going to mean much. The glacial, the ultimate here from Banana is going to miss, and we're going to be able to annihilate people. Rotodon gonna go down, and that is a 4-for-1. We've got the teleport here by Set in game to the bot lane for that inhibitor, and we've got a Baron up wave. Can Reg stop him? The Dragon's Flight, but this is not AP Shyvana. She's not going to do enough damage. AD Shyvana, unfortunately, that is a pentakill for Tazy, my man, the myth, the legend, the KDA King, striking once again. Tazy with a beautiful performance on that Lucian, and with that, Plume take the 1-0 in tonight's best of 3 elimination playoff game. I love how the players are reacting to the plays because they finished the game early and now they get to watch the last team fight. That's hilarious. But here we go, getting ready to go into game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Can we keep the momentum going? Let me just get my glasses so I can see something, because I've been casting in the blind for a quick second. Here we go. Alright, I am ready for that game number 2. Here we go. Can I get an invite to the lobby, Mr. Tay? If you don't mind. Or Calore, or Jumpe, or whoever. Thank you. Will we get the silver scrapes? Has Lightning pulled out all the tricks out of their bag? We'll have to find out in game number 2. Here we go. I let my hair down. There you go. It looks better like this, no? I don't know. I feel like it does. Yeah, the Zonias was clutch. That Kindle gem earlier on was a little bit interesting, but hey, you guys made it work. There were some close calls, but some really nice fancy feed here by Tazy and H2O in game number 1. Really solid engage by Jumpe, though, in that last game, the follow-up with Calore. Hype, hype, hype. Alright, when the players are entering the lobby as we speak, it was so laggy that it didn't even tell, it didn't even show us where the players were joining from. But we are now getting ready to get into that game number 2. The draft link should be ready momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. And once it is ready, I will let you know about it. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Lightning on blue side for game number 2. They've got a spicy first pick in mind. And we'll see where the boys are going. Good drafts. Good draft answers on blue side. Qui saw son chien. Always having to let the poor little doggo out to take a piss. The feels badge man moment. Man, the lobbies are pretty laggy today, not gonna lie. Hopefully we manage to get through everything without having too many difficulties. Holy, 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 me tired. Oh. Doesn't matter how many hours I sleep a day, from like 5 to 15, I'm always pretty dead inside. That's hilarious. Let's see. Channel, 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 channel. So on Twitch, how do you change your name, not the channel name? Cause I wanna hit affiliate, but I continue. I'm looking. Uh, I'll be right back. Let me just close my league client because I don't know, like sagely. Task manager. Ça va pas bien, les boys. I'm sorry. Yep. Apologies. But it was very buggy game one. I'm surprised it didn't like crash or anything. Alright, can I get a re-invite to the lobby, please? If you don't mind. Okay, we've got the draft. Sorry, guys. Alright, let me move my camera here. Okay, so looks like I don't know what the third ban is. Can I refresh? Okay, it is Nico. Okay, so we've got Hui Ash, Nico banned on red side here for the side of Plume versus Mumu, Kartis, and Zarif. We're going to first pick Maokai here for Lightning, and Jonpei is going to get access to his Lux. They're still thinking. But sorry, I was looking on how to change my name, but not change my name on Twitch. It's confusing, I know, but I'm not finding any actual answers. And I want to hit affiliate, so I'm just gonna call up one of my buddies, and they're gonna help me out. The Lux is locked in here for the side of Plume. What are we going to pick? H2O going to be picking the Nocturne. As an answer to this Maokai, a little bit more proactive and stuff. It definitely will be a lot squishier. The Jhin here being considered by Rotodon here for game number 2. Not the best matchup for Lux to walk into a Lux, but okay, Crow just going to lock in the Azir here in the mid lane. Alrighty. Okay, now what are we rounding off the first round of picks here with Plume? The clock is ticking, and it's gonna be okay. Ari Azir, consistent matchup that we've seen a lot of times in pro play. So we're gonna see here what the bans are gonna be. We're gonna continue banning Lilia. I'm not too sure where the Lilia ban is coming from, because both games we had already confirmed our jungle before the Lilia had been banned. And we're going to be looking to take some AD carry options away here from Tazy. And now that the mid lane has been picked up here for Crow, what are we looking to ban now? There's just support and jungle left. Unless it is support Maokai. But I doubt it, because Maokai is a really good jungler right now. Okay, we're going to be banning the Shyvana away here from Reg. Oh, the Lilia might have been like a top pick. Okay, so Reg probably plays like some of those goofy top laners. And that is why there was a Lilia ban in game 1. But to be fair, if a player's known pool is like Lilia, Shyvana, I too would be pretty confusade. We're going to be banning the Caitlyn here away from Tazy, but there's still a lot. I mean, Ezreal is pretty good for Jhin, for the Jhin matchup. We're going to keep Tazy's pick secret until second rotation. Malphite here locked in for Agor. I mean, it's really good at the Jhin, who's low mobility, able to just collapse on him. We've got the Nocturne and the Ahri that want to dive, and then the Lux backing up with the barrage of magic damage. I have to see what Lightning fix up the roster to be in this game number 2. They are on blue side now. So, okay, we are going to lock in Udyr here for Reg. And unless that's a support Maokai, I don't think it's a support Maokai. I think we're going to get a regular support here. Probably want something like an enchanter or something to help disengage. Maybe a little bit of damage. Because the side of Lightning, they ran into this issue in game number 1. They just kind of, okay, so it is a support Maokai, Jungle Udyr, top lane, Mordekaiser. Interesting. Okay, what are we going to finish off the roster for Plume with? Because we're pretty squishy. Unless it's some weird, like, amalgamation in the bot lane, but I doubt. I doubt Tazy's going to be playing the Lux. I think Joe Perry best bet to be kept on the Lux. Sorry if I am yawning. I'm a little tired. My days, my sleeping schedule is pretty whack. Okay, the Jinx Lux not the most optimal pairing here in for game number 2, but definitely some good late game insurance if we're able to get some resets. We'll have to see how the laning phase goes early, because Jin Maokai not the strongest 2v2. And yeah. Now we are just waiting for ready check from both teams. And we're going to be looking to get into the game. There you go. I think that's going to be the good angle. Got a ready check here from Lightning. Okay, we are starting the champ select here. We're going to find out exactly who goes where in a short bit for Lightning. But while we do that, I am going to be just looking something up on the internet real quick, so it won't be too long. looks like we do indeed have the Mordekaiser top. So it is Maokai's support. Very, no bug. I'm just looking something up while the Cham Select is going down. Alright, apologies about that. I was just DMing a friend for help regarding an issue on Twitch. So I could get affiliate up and running to get you guys the emotes and stuff. Yeah, okay, so we've got a pretty strong draft here from the side of Lightning in game number 2. However, I'm going to be very reset focused here on the side of Plume. We'll have to see if Rhododon is able to position a little bit better. Reg did demonstrate a pretty big lane gap versus Agor and is playing in a matchup that should be pretty easy for him to dominate. So we'll have to see if we're able to get things done in that top lane. Crow had a decent game last game, but the Malphite build left a lot to be desired. The awkward drafting meant they had no real magic damage, so Malphite had to sacrifice all his useful tankiness to build AP. I think Shyvana going a bit more AP would have made more sense, so the Malphite could be tanky. But now we have two proper mages, and Jin's gonna be the sole AD on the team. So hopefully Rhododon is able to position himself a little bit better. Tazy had a fantastic game on Lucian, and H2O had a fantastic game on Mumu, but let's see if they can perform this time on Nocturne and Jinx. If they're able to secure a win here, they will advance straight to the semi-finals of the Mamago Esports or 50 seconds. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. We are about to get into the game. I'm going to pause that playlist right now. And here we go. Skin roulette start! Skin roulette start! Now. Alright, we've got Old God, Mordekaiser, Spirit God, Udyr, shout out, Elderwood, Azir, Dark Cosmic Jin, Maokai, Vanilla Maokai, Darkstar Malphite, Haunting Nocturne, Coven Ari, Ambitious Elf Jinx, and Prestige Battle Academia Lux. Some nice skins from both sides. Shout outs to SGU, the best ultimate skin for male champions. Yes, I know it's not Elementalist Lux, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Here we are, Quad Teleport. We are ready to brawl in this game. We'll have to see if Agor can have a little bit of a better laning phase versus Reg. It felt pretty rough in game number 1. Oh. Can we load in, please? Let me load in. Important to note, we have Lethal Tempo here on his ear. We've got Dark Harvest on Jin. And everything else seems to be pretty standard. Oh, let's get a fun, clean game number 2. Can we load in, please? Load in. Right click. All right. Thanks. All right. Here we go. Oh, a double offensive start here from both Mordekaiser and Azir. And, okay, a quadruple offensive start. So that's 4 Doran's Ring, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone in the solo lanes are solo gaming. We have Gust Watcher Hatchling versus the Ember Foot Wolf, the Ember Spark Wolf, or whatever, the red one. What's it called? It's called the Scorched Claw Pup. Okay, I was nowhere near right. We almost got the camera perfect, but we did La Fumble. Okay, Banana gonna take a little bit of damage. Has the Squawk Squawk McChicken Bok form ready. Crow here, ready to back up Simba. And yeah. Oh, cool, look. Hey, I found out a new technique I could do, but I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna fuck with my head. But yeah, just standard 5-point, not getting much vision down here. Reg going to take a Malphite Q to the face, and here we go, starting off the fight. Crow gonna take Kalori gonna take a good chunk of damage onto Crow. Another Malphite Q. This time the Arcane Comment is gonna be dodged here by Reg, and we're gonna hope to be able to get that CS. A little bit of a sapling diff here in the bush. Junpei has to be careful. He's gonna get splatted on. And Tazy first good access to the wave. Udyr here going QR. Be able to have a fast wave clear. And early level 2 here by the side of Plume. Udyr is in the bot side of the jungle though, doing his chickens second. It's a little bit unorthodox. We do have to be careful. Is going to look at maybe making a move, but Nocturne already on the footing for a gank. Igor here going to be struggling a little bit in terms of being able to farm, but Udyr is placing an invasive ward here, looking to get a gank off. We've got the flash here. The flash here from Tazy. We forced the barrier. 4th shot coming in by Jin to get a Dark Harvest stack. But now Udyr is going to be very delayed. It does force back a back here from Tazy and the flash on Junpei. But there's a really bad tempo here for the side of Udyr. He did spot that Nocturne had done his grub. And looking at the CS wise, we're gonna be up a decent bit in tempo here versus the Malphite, but Reg is starting to feel the damage of the Malphite Qs, having to time his shields a little bit better. And another Arcane Comet going to blast away. Kalora looking for a trade here, and is going to take about 40% of his HP And nice Malphite, nice shield here from Mordekaiser. The Obliterate is going to hit. And the Malphite trades are going to continue. And some good damage onto Simba, but I mean, it is a Maokai, so eventually he'll just regen it by hitting some minions. But good tempo pressure here from the side of DH. Yeah, level 5 here settled by Igor. And even though we push Tazy out of lane early, he is still able to be ahead in gold. He's a little bit behind in gold, but he's ahead on CS at the time of being. Now Udyr going to make an invasive play into Nocturne's jungle. Going to get another ward. Is he getting a ward onto the Gromp? Simba going to take another Lux combo to the face. And Udyr is just sitting here looking. Banana going to flash in on a Jompe. And we're able to... Okay, a nice Shurima escape, not a Shurima shuffle here from the side of... we've got a call here for Reg. Very, very interesting. Gonna slow down his build quite decently. But give him a little more AD to maybe help him farm. But Mordekaiser has an Asher Stoof as a passive, so a little bit interesting of a decision here. Getting an Amp Tome. And Banana going to get first access here to the Dragon. We're going to trade Dragon for Grubs. Jinx loves taking turrets. Jhin, not a champion that enjoys taking turrets because turrets sometimes take more than 4 bullets, and 4 bullets can be a bit problematic. Your Banana gonna be pushed off the Dragon. We have to be careful. We have the Emperor, the Divide here, and we're going to kill Simba, but at the trade of getting a double kill here for the Azir, we have the Nocturne, who is now 6. The Paranoia gonna be invested. The Azir ultimate also gonna be used up. And we're just going to give a kill over to Rotodon, get a 4th shot in. And that should be, yeah, a bouncing grenade into a kill. A little bit of a misfortunate trade here, forcing early. Not really what I would have expected here from the side of Plume. But maybe the nerves are getting to them in game number 2. Mordekaiser now finishing his Haunting Guys and getting back to the top lane. Has access to his teleport, but the wave is pushing in, so there's no point. And yeah, now giving this Azir almost an instant item on back, and snowballing this Jhin, not really the smartest idea. We only really killed a Maokai out of it, and I really don't think that trade was worth taking. Okay, Simba going to take another combo, but I mean, it's a Maokai. And yeah, he's able to just sit there, tank the damage, clear the ward. It looks with just an Antome is not really threatening, and we've got the Swifties here on Maokai. Obliterate going to come through here. A Deathgrasp going to grab Igor, and he's going to take an isolated Q to the face. Not really liking this matchup, but Banana is spending a lot of time in the bot lane. Hey, hello, Mr. Mamago. We're doing good in game number 2 so far for the Plume versus Lightning quarterfinal match. Yeah, that was a pretty decisive win in game 1 by Plume. So I was hoping that Lightning is able to take us to Silver Scrapes. Well, they had a really solid draft in game number 1. Yeah, Banana, especially this game, has been putting in a lot of work. Had a little bit of a struggle in game number 1 with the Sejuani, but I mean, it's Sejuani, so not the easiest champion to pilot. But in game number 2, he's on something a lot more proactive. And we thought it was going to be Maokai jungle, but they flexed the Maokai pick and put the Maokai in the bot lane. The paranoia here, we're going to get the dash. We've got the damage here, and Tazy's able to pop off a nice double kill here for Tazy. And beautiful play. Yeah, poor Rotodon had to use his flash to kill Calore in the last team fight, so did not have any useful summoners to be able to get away. Though Crow does have Calore's number here in this game number 2. Udyr going to be taking the advantage to invade the topside jungle of H2O. We've got the Nashers on Azir. And Reg and Banana are going to be the first to make it. A pink ward is going to spot them starting it. And nice Lux ultimate going to do some damage onto Reg, but Reg has to be a little bit careful. And Reg going to be taken down here. We're going to be able to take one grub here. And Banana going to be annihilated. We're going to trade Banana for Malphite. Tazy has made it to the fight, but we have no resets left. And we're now going to find Simba. A Super Mega Death Rocket also going to go wide. And Tazy going to be able to get that blue buff with a kill. So it is going to be a 5-to-1 in grub exchange. Plume making a nice comeback. Now we have a full item on this Malphite. We should have the money to almost finish our item here on Jinx. And things are going great here for Plume in game number 2. Tazy going to be pushing the wave in before taking a reset. Reg is going for a Rift Maker first. Very interesting that we're not going to see a Leandries into the Malphite. Going to make it harder to get stuff done. But I think Tazy has item on recall. It looks like Tazy is staying top lane though. Going to get grabbed by the Deathgrass. But the Malphite is now rotating. It looks like we are switching our lane assignments. Even though we've got some great damage profiles here spread across the line. It looks like Calore is going to be the AD carry. And Tazy now taking a recall. I'm not too sure why the Malphite is roaming, but we've got the Yunta Wild Arrows. Tazy making his way back. It looks like the rotation was temporary. I don't know. We've got Vision now on the second dragon of the game. It is a mountain, so we will not have a mountain or an Infernal Rift. Could have another Infernal, but this Mordekaiser is going to be getting some free plate action. We are looking to find Rotodondo. Focusing the tank Malphite, probably not the best of ideas. And Rotodon not going to get caught out. And Simba, Rotodon are going to get run down. We've got the ultimate here. The Shuriman Shuffle not going to work. And that is going to be a 4-for-0 here. Mordekaiser going to have access to maybe the first turret bounty. But we are 3 people with 5 grubs in the mid lane. Should be able to put in a lot of work. And Mordekaiser are able to take the first turret bounty, but we do trade a turret plus a lot. Another 4-for-0 fight here for the side of Plume. Rift Herald is up, and this Udyr is relatively squishy. The big problem of building squishy on Udyr is if you get hit by a lot of poke and some engage, you kind of just go down. Udyr, very known for his multiple item tank ability, but we are not at this point of the game yet where the Udyr is able to just run around and do whatever he wants. And this Jinx has been really accelerated. Now about 1,000 gold lead over the Jhin. Crow still has the number here in the mid lane, but the jungle having about a 1,400 gold lead reflected in that top lane lead for Lightning. We gave Mordekaiser a lot of money, and hopefully he's going to be able to do something with it, because at this point right now, the Maokai support really not having the impact we want. Though there is no cleanse here for Tazy, so getting hit by the Maokai root, we're going to find Crow almost going to get assassinated here. Oh, the flash here by Junpei, probably accidental. But we force Azir away from this turret. And with 5 grubs, Jinx is happy to start mowing it down. That's going to be another turret taken here for Plume. The Jinx is getting accelerated over and over again. We've got about 800 gold in the bank. We've almost got a pickaxe. And Agor looking to take a fight with Reg, but it's going to be a multi-man fight. We've got the Paranoia. Nocturne in a little bit of trouble. Going to be jumping on the Jhin. Jhin going to be able to assassinate the Nocturne though. And we've got the teleport here from Azir. Okay, the flash away. Kalori gonna be in trouble, but Udyr gonna be in the shadow. Jinx gonna be sent into the shadow realm. Mordekaiser is really big at this point of the game, and unfortunately, we're gonna lose the rift and this team fight. Nocturne dying to the Jhin was really big. It would have meant a lot if the Nocturne had been able to live. It would have given Ahri a little bit more prowess. But now we're working on our second Liandry's here for Azir. And Crow going to kill Junpei, but I mean a shutdown on Azir for the Nocturne was really nice. We do have the Rift Herald looking to summon it. Udyr is walking from base. Now getting towards his second item. The zap gonna be enough, but Reg is pretty tanky, and we're just gonna back off. Invested the ultimate here from Kalori, but he does have the Malignance, so it's gonna be pretty short cooldown before it's back. And as you can see, it's already 25% off cooldown at rank 2. Agor here going to be pushing against this Malphite, but unfortunately, Mordekaiser with the 2 item mark will be able to easily clear against this Malphite. Banana going to dodge away from the light binding here. Lucent Singularity going to spot that there is vision in the bush. The Paranoia invested once again onto Rhododon. Super Mega Death Rocket gonna be enough. Udyr here is starting the fight, but he does a little bit of damage. Junpei gonna be forced. H2 are gonna be forced away, not knowing where the allies were here for the side of Lightning. But Agor having a much better game than he was in game number 1. Sure, he's down 2,500-ish gold, but not down so much that he is unusable for team fights. His job is really to get Crow and to get Rhododon. And so far, Rhododon has been made a martyr in this game. We have the double Liandry's now finished here for the side of Lightning. And working towards a stride, not a stride breaker, but what is this item? A hull breaker for Nocturne? Is that what it is? Okay, we got the teleport here from Malphite, and we're gonna be able to get away, but the Rift Herald gonna be dropped in favor of starting this Hextech Dragon. Banana here threatening. Nature's Grasp gonna be invested. The Light Binding's gonna miss, but the Curtain Call gonna be invested. We're jumping on Rotodon, but Tazy is left to die. And red team has now slain okay, Banana is looking to close. And yeah, Kalora gonna be in a little bit of trouble here, but Malphite able to get the possibility of getting a turret here in the top lane. And the flash here invested by Udyr to kill Kalora. So a little bit of unfortunate team fight disposition, but the Jinx now on 2 items, still with a nice little lead over the Jhin. 50% crit is a lot. And we've got, oh, it's experimental Hexblade. Okay, that's what it was. So now we have the Malignance here for the Nocturne. And we're going to see if it's if we have enough gas in the tank to be able to kill this Mordekaiser, because so far this Mordekaiser has been pretty problematic. Crow doing a lot of damage with this Azir in game number 2. But we are keeping Rotodon out of the team fights. Unfortunately, Bio is engaging on Rotodon. We are just abandoning Tazy to the Udyr, Mordekaiser, and Azir, just running him down. Udyr here with about 2,700 gold to spend. We'll see what he is going to be buying. Probably going to finish, I want to say, Zeke's Convergence. Is this Zeke's here? No, it's going to be Unending Despair. Now what else is he picking up? Got 1,000 gold. Gonna be looking to build up some magic resist to be able to deal with this Ahri, Nocturne, and Lux. Horizon Focus now finished up on Ahri, so it's just gonna have a lot of cooldown reduction. Be able to find some stuff, but Simba here sees Tazy on a ward. Sees Tazy clearing a ward. Simba wants to go clear that, but he does see Junpei hovering around the Baron and doesn't want to draw too much aggro. Level 13 here for the Nocturne. We got the Seekers now for Crow and a Spirit Visage on... got a Spirit Visage here for Mordekaiser, so it's really going to be Tazy's job to mow down the... this Mordekaiser if he's going to be able to survive long enough to do so. Jhin now with the Swifties. Aegor not liking the turbo slowdown, but is going towards a Canic Rookern to be able to deal, as if the Jhin is not involved in team fights, there is no true damage here for the side of Lightning. Outside of that collector damage. Okay, I'll do a little bit of damage to Reg, but should be able to ignore that. Banana here. Oh, we're going to invest the Lux ultimate. It is pretty low cooldown, but it is still on cooldown for about like 40-ish seconds. Mordekaiser still not finishing his boots too, but I don't think that's that big of a priority in this game, though maybe some plated steel caps could be helpful. The Deathcraft is going to be used. It's going to eat. It's going to pull in Aegor. And, ooh, had a nice heal with that Spirit Visage shield proc. Okay, Reg, another 900-ish gold. Probably looking to get his plated steel caps, unless he's getting his Mercury treads. So we'll have to see. Yeah, it is going to be the Mercury treads here for Reg. H2O farming up probably towards a Black Cleaver. Okay, Glory unfortunately going to take more than half of his HP bar trying to make a trade onto Crow. Crow pretty comfortable in this game with about a 2,000 gold lead. Banana and Simba looking to set something up in the brush. Canic Worker now finished for Malphite, which means not going to be taking much magic damage from here on out. Looks like we might have another needlessly large rod purchase here for the side. Oh no, are we going Hourglass? Is this Hourglass or is this Shadow Flam? I'm not too sure. We do need a bit more magic damage here from this Ari. Can't afford to go too much of the vegan build. Igor is down 2 levels though to this Malphite. To this Mordekaiser. Just trying to clear the wave. Okay, Mordekaiser is just going to sit there, able to heal up all the damage that this no damage Malphite is going to be able to do. And is just going to be able to sustain through the issues. Soul Point is on the line here for the side of Plume if they're able to get it. The Paranoia invested with the Lux Ultimate. We got the Super Mega Death Rocket. The takedowns are starting. And Tazy forcing the flash on multiple people. But we've got the double teleport here. The Shadow Realm going to be invested here onto Tazy. And H2O in a little bit of trouble. And Crow going to be taken down. Banana also going to be going down here. Oh, we're in a little bit of trouble. Unfortunately, Plume let Tazy die. And, yeah, this Mordekaiser is a pretty big problem. Able to just eat this Jinx. We are now going... Is that GA third item? And that's going to be the mid-outer turret here taken. We're also going to be taking that second dragon. So we're going to be tied 2-2 in Drakes here for the side of Lightning. Unfortunately, that Hourglass did not really end up doing much here for Kalori. But we are investing the teleports. And the dragon's going to be stolen. Simba's going to die. And Mordekaiser is going to be taken to the Shadow Realm. Tazy popping off. Getting that shutdown. A lot of money now in the side of Plume. Only Crow left alive. And another beautiful steal here from the side of H2O. This man has been on point this game with all the steals. And it looks like we're going to be able to secure a mid lane inner turret for our troubles. But we have to be careful. The Azir is looking to make a play. Going to get the shuffle over, and we're in a little bit of trouble. Junpei gonna live by the skin of his teeth. We're gonna spot out. We're gonna spot out a ward. We're gonna spot out Kalori here in the bot lane. But so far, Jinx now has access to another 2,000 gold. Definitely should be GA and some more. Blue buff here going to be taken in the enemy jungle by H2O. We've got the GA, and we got 1,300 gold, so we're probably looking to get another BT. Or I think some attack speed would be nice here on the Jinx. Or some armor pen. We'll have to see what we end up getting. We are getting a recurve bow. It's probably going towards the likes of a Kraken Slayer. Not what I would have considered, but Nocturne now with about 2,400 gold. See what he's going to be able to get. Junpei now working towards a Void Staff, understanding that there's a lot of magic resist here on this team, and that the little bit of money that he does have has to be invested into penetration. To be able to do that damage, we have the Zonias now for Kalori. And Nocturne here going to be finishing off at 2,500 gold. What is he buying? It's going to be a black cleaver. We have the anti-heal item here, as it is important that we get onto Reg. Sorry, that we get it onto Reg and this Udyr. Malphite should be pretty tanky at this point in the game. And, yeah. Able to outlast Crow with just the... The Super Mega Death Rocket gonna come in, but not gonna do enough damage to kill Crow. It's actually not gonna hit Crow. We're gonna get the important spell shield here. Simba now in a little bit of trouble and probably gonna be taken to the Shadow Realm. And Junpei gonna be able to claim that. The exhaust coming down onto Nocturne not gonna mean much. Tazy able to hold down this mid lane against Rotodon. And so far, we've got a lot. Looks like we are going to be buying a Force of Nature here for the Malphite. Yeah, if Rotodon is not in these team fights, there really is no physical damage happening. So, and Tazy now almost level 16. We've got another ultimate onto the Azir. And Crow is going to get solo killed by H2O, putting in that work. We've got a Warmogs on Maokai. We've got the Void Staff now here for we got the Void Staff here now for Junpei. But yeah, without a little bit of armor pen, Tazy's gonna have a little bit of trouble getting through these people. But I think we're aiming to get a little bit of some, you know. We had about 2,000 gold here. Gonna be picking up a serrated dirk here for the Nocturne. Interesting choice of item. Would have thought we would have aimed more for like the Sterg's Gauge or like a Maul Mortius. But I wonder what this builds into, because it's not a Kempog Chainsword. I mean, it's probably, what, like, are we looking for, like, an Edge of Night on the Nocturne? We got the Blighting Jewel now on Ahri. How much money does Tazy have? 17, 24, 27. Not enough, I don't believe, to get the Kraken Slayer. Junpei gonna miss the Light Binding onto Simba. H2O has to be careful. But Simba is alone. And we are going to be spotting. We are going to stop this Dragon Start. Maokai going to use... oh, Junpei going to get one shot. We've got the Paranoia here. And Rotodon gets assassinated. And now it's just magic damage. But Tazy is in Reset City. Tazy needs to have access to a reset. Gonna proc the Guardian, the Guardian Angel. And Tazy gonna be sent to the Shadow Realm. That is going to be a double kill here for Azir. Unfortunately, Junpei getting caught without using his flash. And at this time, it's gonna be a confirmed secure. Oh, he went for a Serpent's Fang. Okay, interesting item. Tazy going to be oh, he's going towards the Blade of the Ruined King. I mean, that makes sense. But it's a little awkward that we build a Bork when we're going to crit angle. Rotodon getting assassinated yet again at the start of the team fights. But Crow does a lot of damage on 4+ items. And his Udyr is also very tanky at this point. Mordekaiser are almost full build as well. Gonna be looking to finish his 5th item. And yeah, if we can't kill Crow, things hurt. But Tazy really needs to have the ability to get resets. I would have thought maybe an armor pen item instead of a Bork would have made more sense. Agor here now getting close to finishing his Winged Moon play. Sorry, his Force of Nature. Azir here easily chewing through this Malphite's full MR build. Needs to be building towards a little bit of pen. Has to be careful. Azir does have the ultimate, the shuffle, able to get in on this Malphite. But it looks like we do have the force of nature here. Take a recall. Crow also taking a recall. Doesn't really have anything left to buy. Oh no, just waiting around. Okay, going to force the flash here from Junpei. But the Azir ultimate is a pretty big cooldown. Malphite now with that force of nature. Tazy with that Blade of the Ruined King. H2O has to be a little bit careful, gets rooted up. Tazy is getting chased here by the likes of Banana. Azir is nowhere near. With no Azir ultimate, the fight is a little harder to take. Super Mega Death Rocket coming in. We're putting in some damage onto Banana, but Crow is here. And we don't have any peel here for the Lux. We don't have any peel here for the Jinx. Kalori gonna get stopped by Reg, and Tazy not gonna be able to give in the space he needs to perform in team fights. So the Jhin going to be able to live, does a lot of damage at this point of the game, and Crow not being the focus of the team fight, is going to be able to help kill the Tazy. Okay, Nocturne trying to finish this item. Ari also really wants to finish off Void Staff to be able to shred through that magic resist. We'll see what Rotodon is thinking about buying. I don't know if Nocturne takes Mordekaiser. I know he can take Azir in a one-on-one, but I don't know if he can take this big Mordekaiser in a one-on-one. Okay, taking the Hex Gate, we've got Simba now making it over to his team's side. There's still an Azir turret. We've got the Void Staff now here for the likes of Kalori. And hopefully we're getting a bit of armor pen here for the Jinx. As it felt like she wasn't doing that much damage with her auto attacks. Working towards probably an armor item. Might be a Jack Show here for the likes of Malphite as his last item. Or something like a Sunfire. It needs maybe a little bit of damage to help him deal with the enemy. Going towards the Thornmail for the last item. We've got Unending Despair as the last item in the build here for Mordekaiser. And getting a Banshee's Veil for the Azir. Very smart. Very gold efficient item here in game number 2. Tazy doing what he can to get as much farm as he can get his hands on. We've got a soul point here for Lightning, soul here for Plume if they're able to get it. H2O has had miraculous steals. Has been outplaying Banana at a lot of points in this series. But here we have first access to the river is Lightning. They're setting up Jhin traps, they're setting up Vision, trying to make sure that this Nocturne is not able to get a flank unwarranted. Reg here going to be pushing against, and that is going to be another dragon probably going down to the side. Okay, Nocturne going to be taken into the Shadow Realm. The Paranoia going to be invested. Junpei going to get caught out. And that might be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. No jungle. Well, we've used the Nocturne. We used the Mordekaiser and the Maokai ultimate. So we still have the Azir ultimate. We still have the Curtain Call. Malphite going to get rooted, but I mean, doesn't really care about Jhin, who has no armor pen. Hagor Simba here gonna be found, gonna hit, and oh shit, a nice Shuriman shuffle. Crow gonna carry them to a game 2 win. We're going to silver scrapes, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the Jinx never given an opportunity to team fight. There was just too much crowd control for her, and that is gonna be game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for silver scrapes? Because we are getting silver scrapes. Get those lighter emojis ready, because it starts now. Silver scrapes, baby. Another copyright claim, another day, but hey, you know me. We gotta respect that silver scrape. So get those lighter emojis or those fire emojis in the chat if you have them. Start spamming them as we wait to get into game number 3. Will Plume be able to mount a comeback, or will Lightning be there to reverse sweep Plume in this best of 3? I don't have a lighter with me, but oh, I gotta put it on repeat, right? Yeah. So while we get the lobby ready for game number 3, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this silver scrapes. I'm ready for a lobby invite whenever, by the way. There's no sound? There is sound. What do you mean there's no sound? This is Division 4 quarterfinals. Tazy having a phenomenal game number 1, but unfortunately not able to find the pentakill angle in game number 2. What will we see from this legendary new 80 carry? I will clip Tazy's pentakill for the YouTube channel, so no worries. We'll play it one more time, and then we'll get the regular playlist going. So get those fire emojis in the chat, or those lighters if you have them. and spam this chat, ladies and gentlemen. We've got that silver scrapes. Me waiting for a lobby invite. Links are disabled in the chat unless they're posted by me. But for audio, we stick to silver scripts and my playlist. You can always DM me suggestions on Discord if it's copyright-free music. But if I get a copyright claim on YouTube, if I get a copyright message on YouTube or I get it on my VOD on Twitch, I do the big no-nos, you know? Yo, can I get an invite? I'm just sitting here waiting for an invite. They're probably halfway done through the draft forgetting me. Sorry, Leona, but you can DM the Fallen Sanctum on Discord. That's like my in-game name or whatever. Well, my Discord name. And if you have any suggestions, you can post them there. If I like what I'm hearing, or it's like copyright free and good to go, I don't mind adding it for future playlists. But the music, anyways, is always in between the games. Alright, and now we wait. Alright. Time to go back to the casting playlist. As we wait on the players to load into the lobby, do side selection, and we can get this draft started. So it's about halfway into the message icon. Okay. Flip position. There's a lot of doggy who needs to take a pee breaks in this series. Alright, players are joining the lobby. We should be able to get into the game very shortly. This is game number 3. Alright, looks, I believe Plume have decided to grab blue side in game number 3. As always, remember, if you are not subscribed on YouTube to the Fallen Sanctum, go do that right away. We are pushing for 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize the channel. And yeah, look forward to it. A lot of great content coming to you this year. Well, sorry, starting next year. And we do daily uploads, so any support is appreciated. Also, uploads are always at 10 a.m. and whenever I cast the previous night, the following upload will always be that VOD. So if ever you miss out on some of the action, you can always catch it on my YouTube channel. Where's Tazy? Did he die? Hey, Tazy's here. Alright. Good. That's all the players. Now we can start loading up for that champion selectee. So blue side for DH Plume has been confirmed. Ooh, Yuzu and Obsidian are playing on the 6th. Ooh, that's Friday night. I don't think I have anything for Friday, so probably get another cast there. What else do we have? Alright. Waiting on the draft link. And then we'll be good to go. Might have a stream every day this week. Yeah. It's gonna be intense, ladies and gentlemen, but we gotta get that content grind. Gotta get on that content grind. Did I miss something? No. I don't know why my league is highlighted when there's like nothing to highlight. Alright, we've got the draft link for game number 3. That means we're about ready to get into the draft, waiting on that ready check. We're just waiting on, I think, Plume for ready check, and then we'll be ready to go. Alright. Looks like we are good to get the draft started, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, here we go. What adaptations will we see here in game number 3? Alright, here we go. Plume on blue side, Lightning on red. It is game number 3. The final game. This is an elimination series. Winner advances, loser's season ends. Oh. So it looks like we restarted the draft. It looks like the a new link is going to be sent because the app took a dump and stopped working. There you go. Chef should be starting soon. Oh, never mind, it's a new link. I just waiting on the ready check. Problem lady. Here we go. Game number 3. The draft starts. Huey has been permabanned. Cartes has been permabanned this series. Are we going to be banning the Azir? It was phenomenal in shutting down Tazy in game number 1. I don't know what that champion is, but oh, it is Mordekaiser. We're going to be banning the Amumu here from H2O. His Gragas has been open all series long, but maybe it just wasn't the angle for it. His Nocturne was really nice too. Have to see what else we get. The clock is ticking. And we're going to keep the Nico ban consistent. Now, are we banning the Ashe? The Ashe has been a fundamental ban. this series, but it might be left open. Is there something else that we need to get rid of? Lightning are thinking. They have not hovered a ban yet. It's a question mark icon. Yo, it is Malphite. Malphite will be the ban here. Okay, so we've got the Ash open. Man, this website is buggy. Yeah, my Apex is like... it's almost frozen. Okay, but the Ash here for Tazy is going to be confirmed. We are finally going to see it. It has been banned numerous times during Super Week. And was also banned... oh my god, what are these champion picks? Sorry if the viewer experience is pretty dog shit. The casting experience for this app when it crashes 24/7 is also very dog shit. I'm just waiting for Apex to refresh, but we are on to the second pick of Lightning. We decided to go with the Jarvan 4 here for Banana. His Udyr was nice, but now it's time for some lockdown. Okay, I can't even see any of the picks. Am I gonna have to refresh every single pick? This is pretty... I can't see any picks. Alright. What is this blank square here for Lightning? I wonder. But we lock in the Thresh and the Yone here for Jonpei and Kalori respectively. I have no idea what the second pick here for Lightning is. But we do want to get Kalori back on his comfort champion. The Ahri was okay, but it seemed to fumble a little bit in that game number 2. Orianna was the pick here for Crow. And it seems like we just have delayed picks. So like what we're seeing is things that already happened, and like the timer is for like new squares. So worry not, I'm gonna stop refreshing the page because it hasn't been doing anything. I thought it could help. Can we get one app that just works well? It would be so nice. Or if not, you know, could like we just properly do the draft in Champion Select and like, I don't know. Oh, they're on the bans, man. I'm not even there yet. Okay, let me refresh the page so I can see. Gragas was the 5th ban here from the side of Lightning. Poor viewers, I'm sorry. It must be horrible to watch this draft. Okay, we banned Jhin as the 5th ban here for Plume. Alright, looks like we'll be casting Yuzu versus Obsidian in playoffs Friday night. Be there or be square. Looks like we've got streams all week from the 4th to the 8th. Well, from the 5th to the 8th. So I might decide to take a little bit of a break tomorrow. I'm not too sure. Just to have a day off. But I'm definitely going to be casting the 3 playoff matches. Okay, Okay, so it looks like Jinx is going to be the 80 carry pickup here for Rotodon. Diana going to be picked up here for H2O. I'm not too sure at what point of the draft we're in, because I'm seeing Diana as 5th pick on blue, but it's like we're at 4th pick on blue. Oh, okay, Tom Kench and Diana were picked. Alright. And what about red side? What was picked on red side? Sorry, I'm trying to describe it to the audience, but I'm a little confused. Okay, we've got a Zach and something. Oh, Zach and Jinx. Okay. All right, let's get this draft screen closed. App is a little bit of a mess. Let's get. I think this is good. All right. Alright, here we go. Let's stop wasting time. Let's just get into the game, man. If we have to redo that draft, I'm gonna be salty. It just took so long. I mean, that was literally like a 10-minute draft or whatever. That was insane. Okay, so we've got a really aggressive dive comp here for this. Well, yeah, both teams have drafted a dive comp. And here we are. We're about to start Champion Select, ladies and gentlemen, for the Silver Scrapes game. Will Lightning be able to complete the reverse sweep, or will Plume have the momentum to interrupt themselves from being eliminated? Either way, DH versus Ninetale Fox is an age-old tradition. It's the TSM versus Cloud9. At least here in Quebec, we only really have 2 organizations that play. Trying to get some few more orgs to be created, but when Pepsi and Coke decide to just be Pepsi and Coke, it's really hard to have something like, I don't know, Minute Maid. But I think Minute Maid is owned by Coke anyways, or something. So it's like, you know, like every little brand just gets absorbed into the vacuum of corporate entities. Okay, Tom Kench versus Zach. An interesting matchup here in the top lane. But I'm more interested in focusing on H2O versus Banana. They've been trading blows in the early game. And Banana has lost the Smite fights to H2O quite a few times. So we'll have to see if Diana if H2O on a more proactive jungle pick, not that Nocturne isn't proactive, but it's like an AFK farm till 6 kind of pick, is going to be able to do something. Will Crow be able to mitigate the pressure given by this Yone? If the Orianna loses her flash early, this could be devastating for this lane. And we haven't seen Rotodon on Jinx today, but he had some decent current calls. He had some great deadly flourishes in game number 2. But now on Jinx, he is put in more of a carry position, going to be forced to do some heavy lifting. Will Tazy and Jonpei be able to shut down the menace that is Crow? Because last game, Tazy was off to a wonderful start, just sadly had no peel in team fights, and yep. Here we go. Got about 3 minutes before we get into the game. If you gotta head to the washroom, make sure to do so. Or grab a snack, grab a drink. Now's your time to do that. We got our Monkey Smash. Any Donkey Kong 64 fans in the chat? This is the song played during the multiplayer. So Friday we're casting Yuzu versus Obsidian. Saturday we're casting Hellhounds versus... Yes, Saturday we're casting Hellhounds versus Nofalo. And Sunday, I believe we are either casting Blossom versus Lotus or we're casting Nebula versus Exiles. Whoever gives me confirmation first will take it. These are both semi-final matches. Is it? No, it's quarterfinals for Nebula, but it is semi-finals for Blossom. A lot more impact here if Blossom do win their semi-final match. Wait, how is this a semi-final match? But Mr. Mamago, this doesn't make any sense. How are there 8 semi-final teams? Well, how is this semi-finals? Because if you... Is there something like the grand final? Is there a losers? Is there a losers bracket in Division 3? I'm gonna have to go... I'm gonna go find out real quick. So we've got quarterfinals here from November 25th to December 1st. So that's 8 teams. But then there's also 8 teams playing in the second part of the quarterfinals. Because the true semifinals will technically be... The true semifinals are next week. So I'm going to call them the quarterfinals because in my head it doesn't make any sense that... Yeah. Here we go. We're getting into the game, ladies and gentlemen. For game number 3, that means it's time to pause the playlist. We've got Shanghai Scrolls, Tom Kench, Dark Valkyrie, Diana, Heartsteel Young, Cosmic Queen Ash, Prestige, Pulsefire Thresh 2022, Pool Party Zack, Dark Forge, Jarvan Forth, Darkstar Oriana, Prestige Battlecat Jinx, and Vanilla Maokai. Here, we got Fleet Footwork versus Airy in the mid lane, double Lethal Tempo, double Aftershock, double Grass, double Conqueror. Yo, it's the mirror match of Keystones outside of the mid lane, but we do have quadruple teleports for our solo laners, and it's Barrier versus Cleanse. Also, Ignite versus Exhaust in the bot lane. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Plume is able to ready their mental and make a comeback. If not, they will be reverse swept out of playoffs. If the game ever wants to load, of course. You do you right games, Small Indie Company. I understand. It's too hard to make hundreds of billions of dollars and optimize the server and the client so that it actually runs. Alright, here we go. Okay, we've got a defensive start here from both solo laners on the side of Plume, and an offensive start here for both solo laners from the side of Lightning. Want to be interesting. We've got 10 warding trinkets, and let's see, Rhododon going to get a early river ward. Jarvan going to start the standard of the Masya. So the flag is going to be able to give him vision. Also an item that you can teleport to, technically speaking, if people did not know that. So far we've got early vision in the river here, the blue side river, the bot side river for lightning. Simba trying to get some procs, and both saplings are going to find Jonpei and Tazy a little bit of early game damage. I don't know if we have a mana flow band, but Doran Shield should help Yon mitigate the pressure that Orianna is going to be given. I'm curious if Diana is going to be doing early ganks. Alright, here we go. We're headed to the lane. Both junglers starting at the top side. Okay, Fleet Footwork versus the Summon Airy. So Yon is going to be looking to sustain through this lane. Alright, priority on the first wave is being fought for in the bot lane. Ashe going to be able to get the first few bits of CS. And Galore is going to be taking a decent chunk from all these Orianna Qs. At least while Crow's mana bar is high, things are going to be dangerous. The Death Sentence going to go wide here by Tazy. Yeah. Okay, Galore gonna be able to get a little bit of CS, but gonna be not having the funnest time. The important thing when laning against the Zag is if you can break the little blobs, you should, because all his abilities cost % health, and when he steps on his blobs, he technically heals back for more than it cost him. And since percentage healing works well with Zag, he's essentially able to get more health from using abilities than not. Galore going for a trade here. And going to get a good Soul Unbound here onto the Orianna. Finally getting to chunk at that HP bar. But he is out of pots and a little bit down on his luck in terms of HP. We'll have to see if he's able... Ooh. The third shot here onto the Zac. Crow has hit the level 4 here. Another proc of the Fleet Footwork to try and sustain Galore up. He has to be in constant motion. A nice W to absorb a lot of the damage. Crow's mana bar is getting lower. And we have moved Simba towards the river with the Jarvan in hopes of being able to get that early scuttle. Are we going to see the action happening in the jungle? No, it looks like Jarvan going to be able to secure that first scuttle with no issues. H2O going to be finding out some wards on his way, but now going to be losing the double scuttle here. Unless he can make his way. Nice Death Sentence onto Simba. We flay them back, but Jonpei going to be flayed into the turret, forced to flash. And Banana here jumping on H2O. Crow here in a little bit of trouble. First blood going over to going over to H2O. And that is a double kill. H2O going to immaturely flash, but a double kill start here for the Diana. We may have gone double scuttled, but that is a huge amount of money. 700 gold lead very early on. Let's see if H2O is what H2O is going to do with this kind of lead. We're taking it back here for both Tazy and Jonpei. Well, what are we getting here? A recurve? No, we're getting a Vamp Scepter, so we are going Blade of the Ruined King first here. And also Blade of the Ruined King with a refillable in the mid lane. Tazy also picked up a Dagger. But a good amount of money here spent for the side of Spent here for the side of Diana, almost a completed Nasher Stoof to the just Caulfields of Jarvan. Now, that is going to go back to clearing her topside caps. And Yon going to do his best to sustain through the lane. But Orianna, having that level 6 is going to make things a little bit more awkward for Yon. Diana starting on the grubs. Banana has decided to opt for the Dragon for Grubs trade in the early game. And we've got Igor here roll swap to deal with the Jinx, while we get plate advantage. Crow has also rotated. Tazy getting hit by the elastic slingshot, but the stretching strike's going to pull Junpei into the turret. Zach going to be taking a decent amount of damage, but as we said, his healing factor is pretty insane. Another death sentence going to land onto Zach. Here, Igor going to be in charge of defending this turret, but Trad not having a very fun time though in this bot lane. And Crow starting to take a lot of damage from these Yon trades. Simba here looking for a play. The Shockwave was invested, but a nice Fate Sealed by the side of Kalor to drag unfortunately Kalor splitting his attention, not being able to find a solo kill because he split up his damage between 3 people. Had he focused one person, I'm pretty sure that person would have been dead. Could have easily just killed Simba. But unfortunately here for H2O, going to die, losing a bit of tempo, giving back some reprieve here for the Orianna in the mid lane. And Reg going to be able to get a plate here with that stretching strike on the Demolish proc. Zach going to be taking a recall on a ward. Tom Kench is getting close to his first big item. The Heartsteel is an insane purchase here for the side of Tom Kench. We've almost got a Spirit Visage though here for Zach. Not the traditional damage item that we normally see like a Sunfire Cape. So we're looking to just maybe sustain through and mitigate the usefulness that this Diana is going to have in the early game. We've got Grubs in a minute 40. And Death Sentence goes wide, but that was close. With the level 6 here on both. Okay, Kalora in a bit of trouble. Going to get punished here. Rotodon gonna get smurfed on by Junpei. But yeah, Orianna getting a nice, well-deserved solo kill onto the Yon. Gonna feel a little bad. Unfortunately, now we're about 1,000 gold down in this mid lane. A few plates gonna be going down, and H2O is taking. Both junglers are invading their opposite blue sides. I don't think we have the damage to kill this Tom Kench, if anything. Okay, but Tazy gonna be nearing his, and H2O gonna be able to live. Very nice. The Super Mega Death Rocket is available. It has been launched. It is going to hit Kalore. Agor going to miss the Tongue Lash onto Jarvan, but now this Jinx is alone again in the bot lane, probably going to be isolated from some potential money. We just need one grub, And we picked up the Nasher's Tooth already here for H2O, but might not be there in time to take. So it's going to be a 3-3 grub trade, it looks like. Played almost taken here in the mid lane, but a 3-3 grub trade, and now we'll have to see who gets priority here on dragon number 2. The first dragon went over to the side of lightning. It was a cloud dragon, and now we have an ocean rift. So we will have a confirmed good soul here for game number 3. It could be very distinguished. Jonpei here going to oh, okay. A little bit of a blunder here from the team, from Plume. Diana just getting melted. And the Twisted Advance going to hook onto Maokai, but when Yon has to go back, nothing can really stop it. It is like a CC cleanser. Igor does have enough here for, I think he has enough for his Heartsteel on back. We've got the Bork on Ashe, which will be helpful against this Zac and this Maokai. But here we have Tazy and Jonpei disrupting the possibility of this dragon. H2O is making his way into the pits, and we are not on vision. And Banana going to get taken down here. Simba also going to die. The Ashe putting in a lot of damage. The Jinx not getting a reset, but Jonpei here, the man, the myth, the legend, taking a lot of money. Kalori going to get killed again here by this Orianna, but I'll take that. That's a 3-for-1 for the side of Plume. And this Jinx notoriously just shut down Rhododon, having some trouble. H2O with a nice play, teaming up with Kalori to make that play happen. So we're going to be looking to get some more plate money. Probably going to be able to get the 4th plate. I don't think we're going to be able to get the 5th plate, but about 1,000 gold lead here in the top of the bot lane. But what's really important is that we're going to get a really early Lock of the Iron Solari for the side of Jonpei. It's going to make killing this Ashe and Diana a little bit harder. The more money Jonpei has, the more useful support items he'll be able to get. The 3rd plating will soon fall. Zac and Igor just smacking each other. A Heartsteel proc going to happen. And there's no point of wasting the Tom Kench ultimates on outside of if you know he's trying to like escape and you eat him to cancel his E. But here we have H2O starting up on the Rift Herald, right? Is it Rift Herald? No, it just looks like it's just a crab for now. Banana here pushing in the bot lane though. Tazy going to be spotted by the Sapperling. Sorry, the Sapling. A Sapperling is like this weird, ugly plant creature. It's not actually a little tree. Rhododon going to... Banana going to get stunned up. And we tried stealing with the Jinx ultimate. But first turret bounty going to go over to Rhododon, Banana, and Simba. While we do take the Rift Herald here. We are looking to steal some jungle camps. A ward placed on the red buff, but we did miss that. Heartsteel though is starting to stack nicely. H2O going to be revealed here by the Zac. And H2O going to get assassinated again. The exhaust really being clutch. Zac with the elastic slingshot. Going to get flayed away here. Tazy going to get knocked up. And unfortunately, Reg going to be putting in some work. The shutdown here going on to Zac. Tom Kench is getting some turret money, I guess. But that is a pretty massive gold swing here for this Zac. And this Orianna has just been putting in a lot of work. 2,000 plus gold in the lead. No blade yet for the Yon. He really needs his item to feel like he's a champion, because that's going to be 2 turrets secured here for the side of... that's going to be 2 turrets secured. Simba getting stunned here. And he's going to get assassinated by the Diana. But unfortunately, we are going to be able to take that mid-inner. And that gives us amazing amounts of Baron control. Jinx, who was behind, now no longer has a gold lead problem. And that Orianna already does a lot of damage. About 2,000 gold left to spend. So she's going to be hitting our second item really quickly. Junpei went Zax. Interesting support item choice. We did get the top lane outer turret, and we are now pressuring the top lane inner. Okay, H2O forced the flash away. That gives Yon the time to get that turrets in the bottom lane. Get him a little bit of money, get him closer. He should have that Blade of the Ruined King on recall. It's important that he gets to it. The Hogshot going to spot the team at H2O, going to be able to get the grubs, but can he get out? And nope, unfortunately H2O just going to give Jinx a kill, and now we're starting to accelerate this Jinx. Almost have the Shadow Flame here though, but it's a Chemtech Rift, which is going to be fantastic here for this Zac, this Maokai, and this Orianna. Even Jarvan benefits from gaining shields, so that's going to be the second dragon given up here for the side of Plume. Second dragon here for the side of Lightning. Already unending the Spirit Visage here on the Zac. Unkillable at this point of the game. Tezu had a really good early, is starting to falter a little bit, but H2O is proactively forcing a lot of plays that he doesn't really have to force. We swapped the needlessly here on Diana for a Haunting, guys. So probably are we going like Riftmaker, or like, cause we need some kind of burn here to deal with this Zac. So I wouldn't be against seeing a Leandri's. I don't think a Riftmaker is necessarily what we need to see here, but I mean, Aiko are only about 1,000 gold behind, but it just felt like he hasn't been able to get any stacks. So it just feels bad at this point. Because we pick the Tom Kench, we pick a Heartsteel champion to be able to Heartsteel stack it up. And even though you're playing into Zac, which is an easy champion to stack up against, it's just the Zac is never there in the top lane to here. We do get onto the Zac now. At least H2O does a lot of like monster damage. Banana here looking to find Kalori. And nice Fate Seal to allow Kalori to get away. However, that is the Yon ultimate. It's really big cooldown used up. And Jinx working towards that second item. Ward here going to be found here by Crow. And Banana just going to be continuing farming. So 2 dragons to 1. So Chemtech Soul Point here in 3 minutes. Baron has just spawned, but neither team really has a good... Ooh. Ooh, a nice outplay here by Kalori, but Crow managed to walk away from that. Would have been a really good thing had he been able to connect, but another a good amount of damage here dealt to the top lane turret. It looks like we are probably just getting a Hollow Radiance here for the side of Agor. But starting to fall pretty behind in terms of just money. Okay, looks like Leandri's is indeed the item that we want to go to. But we've got a 4-man gank prepared here in the top lane. Tahm Kench is probably dead. And the recall is going to get interrupted. He does get at least a few Heartsteel stacks here for himself, so that's nice. Okay, and the Diana here going to be found. Tazy here going to get slowed down. Super Mega Death Rocket. And he is going to get flag and dragged, I'm pretty sure. Forced to use the barrier. Both summoners, Kalori is forced to use his teleport to get out of there. So things are getting a little grim here for the side of Plume. We really need to start finishing these items on the side. But we saw that even super far behind, Kalori could technically solo kill this Orianna. Getting close. We've almost got now a Kraken Slayer here for the side of Ashe. But she needs to be given some peel to be able to fight, because that was the problem in game number 2. The Jinx just was never allowed to auto freely without being threatened. Kalori now going for his Immortal Shield Bow second item. Tazy almost has his items. We're working on our third item here for Zach. It is going to be a Leandri's. So he is going to do a lot of damage. And yeah. Wonder what Tahm Kench is building. We are probably getting a Knight's Vow here on the Thresh to hopefully give Tazy or Diana H2O some room to breathe in team fights, because H2O is really squishy and this Diana just does a lot of damage. Still have about 1600 gold, but we've got our Chemtech Soul Point here for the side of N9TF Lightning. Are we going to force a fight for it? Tahm Kench is still topside, and Zach has made the rotation because he does not have TP. Jompe getting a ward in the bush here for Tahm Kench. But we're not really positioned to contest it. We're going to spot 4 of the 5 members, and the dragon is gonna reset. Okay, so that is sometime a bot here for the side of Tazy is isolated from his team, and one thing Zach does wonderfully is he is really good at abusing isolated targets. Tazy now fighting, now starting in the fight. The Abyssal Dive coming in here. Jompe almost going down. Tahm Kench going to flash Heartsteel Slap, and Reg not gonna be tanky enough to peel for the Orianna. Crow getting melted at the very start of the game. But we don't have a minion wave. We should just take Dragon, guys. It's a good team fight here. Finally, H2O getting a nice play off. Reg and Ashe are... Tahm Kench and Ashe going to be doing the Dragon. As we have... Now we have the Kraken on back. We have the Shield Bow. We're working on the third item for this Diana. So things are looking good here for the side of Plume. We managed to quell the gold lead and now have a minute gold advantage of a few hundred gold, but we brought back the game state to even. Tahm Kench finishing that Sunfire Cape. Knight's Vow now on the Thresh. We've got the Kraken Slayer on Tazy, and once okay, Yon has the Immortal Shield Bow. I didn't update in the chat for me. But Rotodon now has 2.5 items, so if he's given space to fight, he can do a lot with this Jinx. He's got a good amount of teammates that can peel for him. but we'll have to see. We've got a few people here looking to gank the Tom Kench. Tom Kench should just focus on getting some hard steel stacks. And the H2O going to be able to find the solo kill assassination here onto Crow, but that means we are starting up this Baron. I don't think we can contest this Baron here, but we can delay it. We're fighting to get an inhibitor. Okay, but that's a bot lane inhibitor taken here. Crow going to try to stop this, but that's the first of the Nexus turrets that are gonna be taken, and now we gotta get out of here. A good push here, but can we do it? It looks like we are still gonna be able to do this Baron. Okay, so yeah, Orianna not going Archangels is going to maybe bite Crow in the butt. We are working on a wit's end here. Tom Kench with a massive amount of Heartsteel stacks. Putting in a lot of effort here, but Jonpei getting caught out here. Reg is going to be found here. We're going to flash over the wall. Super Mega Death Rocket going to be invested. But, yep. Diana now has the Shadow Flame. Working towards probably an Hourglass as her 4th item. But Jarvan is starting to fall a little bit behind in terms of itemizations. Let's look at the money real quick. Kalori has done a good job almost catching up the entirety of the gold lead that Orianna had in the mid lane. And yeah. H2O putting in a lot of work, but there's a problem with the base of Lightning. There's already a Nexus tower missing. So if we force another bad Baron like that, we might just lose the game. Here, we are getting a recall here for Orianna. Orianna picked up a Seekers, which is going to be really big. Okay, so we have a 5-man in this bot lane, getting ready to do the dragon. DH are setting up a Death Bush. Okay, H2O gets a nice all-in, but Rhododon is still safe. He's going to get assassinated, and Agor here is putting in so much work. If he finds Crow, this could be huge. And the Ashe is able to kill Crow, but we don't have the damage. Tom Kench is probably going to die here. And that is an ace here for the side of Lightning. Unfortunately, the Seeker, the Zhonya's, the Seeker's armband was enough to delay to delay the assassination attempt enough that we were able to get away. Rhododon also not really touched early on, but Agor putting in a lot of effort to get to that backline. That is going to be soul point picked up here for the side of... yeah, there's going to be soul point picked up here for the side of Lightning. It is very close. The gold lead keeps going back and forth. We've almost got the Terminus. The Koenig Ruggern is huge here, though, for Tahm Kench. Because once that Jinx is dead, there's barely any physical damage to stop this Tahm Kench from just absorbing all this pressure. Yon is a wave or two away from his Infinity Edge. Ash is a wave or two from her Wit's End. Banana really trying to get his item. Crow really needs to find that Zonia's before the next big team fight, which is going to be Baron in 2 minutes. And yeah, just a little bit more damage and we could have killed Crow early, but a really, really well placed Hourglass. Diana now with the Seeker's Arm Guard should be able to survive an early assassination attempt. But we went Riftmaker here on Zac instead of Leandre's, and now we're going for the Leandre's. Okay, so the Zac is fairly squishy, to be fair. Only has about 40 armor and 80 magic resist. The rest is just all invested in HP. Rhododon going to be able to dodge out of the way of this enchanted crystal arrow. Agor here going to be found. But the Mega Blast Cone going to put in a lot of work. We've got the Wit's End and the IE now. Yeah, as you can see, there's no armor here. There's no armor here for Zac, so a single combo takes him to about half. Tazy with that third item has a lot of attack speed and some well-needed tenacity. So we'll have to see. The tensions are high in this elimination game. As Agor is sitting on almost 6,000 HP. Going to be pushing out that wave here in the top lane. But Calore here is putting a lot of pressure on the Zac. Baron has spun. But if we do another bad Baron attempt like we did last time. Okay, H2O going to find... going to be forced to flash when he finds Jinx and Maokai in the jungle trying to counter jungle. Okay, Jarvan gonna be looking to start a fight. But yeah, this Tahm Kench isn't taking much damage. Reg a little nervous with that elastic slingshot. Okay, Tahm Kench able to absorb all of that Orianna pressure, and Reg here forced to flash after a bad trade with Calore. Calore now getting some anti-heal. The Nature's Grass here invested onto Tazy, but he's got no one to help him. The Lantern! Oh wow, the Blast Cone almost trolling poor Tazy. But we've got Dragon here in a minute. We're working towards that Zonia's. Only about maybe 100 or 200 gold off. Calore with some anti-heal. Some very, very needed anti-heal. Working towards that Mortal Reminder, which will turn whatever remnants of armor that are built here. Leandre is now finished on the Zac, so he does do a decent amount of damage. But because he did not build any actual armor items... he's going to be fairly squishy. Jinx here now working on her Bloodthirster, saying that 50% crit is enough. Needs to be able to sustain through stuff. But Tahm Kench just having a fun time, just eating up those Oriana spells. Reg here gonna be jumping in on Agor, but Agor has... Okay, the dragon has spawned. Daisy doesn't have summoners. So Daisy's gonna have to play this one well. Zag with no Sunfire Cape can't interrupt Agor's recall. That's 2,000 gold. We're working towards a frozen heart here, which is going to be pretty crucial. Daisy is isolated. Super Mega Death Rocket gonna be invested, but that is Chemtech's whole point. We are doing what we can to trade for Calore. Calore going to buy his team some time, but that allows them to get their soul points. So now we are at the apex amount of dragons that we can have. Fortunately, Calore he saved his flash, so there's a 40-second window where there's no TP and no Yone. So Ash here working on that Mortal Reminder. Yeah, but that's a mid lane inhibitor that's gonna be taken. We need this Tahm Kench. And that's a 5-man ultimate here from the side of H2O, but is it too late? Okay, the Tahm Kench is going to find Oriana. Okay, Agor with a beautiful defense, but it's rather close. We've used the Yone ultimate, but the Jinx no longer has flash or cleanse. We're going to be taking Nexus turret number 1. Rotodon has to be the focus. He's doing a lot of damage to the objectives. And we're going to be killing. Reg is trying. But Reg is going to be going down. Banana here is going to be found. He's going to be annihilated. There's a teleport available. Double TP. Is this going to be the end of the game? The base race failed. And now Crow is the only one here. We have the Tahm Kench Abyssal Dive, the knockup, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. We've got the Zonias. It's enough, but that is an ace. And DH Plume are going to eliminate N9TF Lightning from the Mamago playoffs. What a nice comeback. Agor saving the game with a miraculous kill on Crow early on in that team fight. Let's go. Lightning falling short at the very end of the game. Not able to close it out. Yeah. No armor pen. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this playoffs match between Lightning and Plume. Plume are advancing to the semi-final round, which will be played next week, I believe, for DH. And the VOD will be up tomorrow at 10 a.m. if anyone wants to watch it on YouTube for both teams at the Fallen Sanctum YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be live Friday night with DH Yuzu versus N9TF Obsidian. And we'll see you there. Be there or be square. Have a good one, guys. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. GG's. And congratulations, DH.